starts working from the day you're born. However, the day you decide to stand up and speak in public, online, it stops. Now that is a quote by George Jessel and fabricated a bit by myself. Traditionnellement, les prières classes exigeant que je vous parle de moi-même, aka me, présenter au club. En particulier, mon éducation est la plupart du monde passé en entraînant pour moi d'atteindre moment présenté. Le moment où je suis debout en face de gens et de prononcer un discours. Traditionally, an icebreaker is about me. It requires that I tell you about my life, particularly my upbringing, some of my lessons during my upbringing, and most probably my present life and what it is that I do. Bonsoir animatrice et fellow members du club. Je suis Matimou Marcus. Dans cette vie actuelle, je me suis présenté dans des interviews, 3 clubs Toastmasters, y compris de l'avenir, m'a présenté, m'a affirmé et m'a présenté à de nombreux nouveaux et nices que je l'ai. I recently even introduced myself to one of my latest nephews. Cela montre la nécessité d'entrer toujours près une introduction dans tous les endroits ons fous traverse for speed de boat après verloge national. Now this shows the need to always be prepared for an introduction at all places that you will find yourself after the lockdown, and hopefully it would not be in French. Mattimo Marcus Mangani habite avec Lerato Mangani in Boksburg. J'ai travaillé à Randburg at F&B. Un individu qui assume parfois la rôle de la poète non rime permet d'être alias. Ma vie s'était a commencé il y a 11,194 years, well, not years, days ago. Vos pouvez faire la calcul à la mation. À la époque, j'ai attelé beaucoup de choses. This is a tough word. I will skip it. J'ai devenu la présenter moi. Je suis la un des frères avec un tourisme frère errant de St. Johannesburg. Yes. So I am an individual who was born 11,194 days ago. You will do the math after this. Now, growing up, I was quite a soccer enthusiast. And maybe this is because I found belonging at the soccer field. Or it could potentially be because I was soccer captain. But most likely, as a human being of my age back then, I always fought for acknowledgement, and this is why I loved soccer. Now, I attended primary school and high school like all other individuals my age. Well, not all, most individuals my age. And thereafter, I proceeded to university so I could get knighted for my future. Currently, I lead a very, very quiet life after the noise I made about our Khan. A life where I read poetry, and I write some of the poetry, and I share it with my lovely wife, and also read philosophy, which in turn makes me live my life with rose-colored glasses. A life of enjoying a good cup of coffee from one of my favorite blue coffee companies, and a life of making little but valuable effort to make someone smile after a very long day at work making beer. Now, in all these interests I've shared, I also find myself being a lover of the bush. When I say the bush, meaning visiting lodges. Lodges where the animals roam free, but they're not entirely free because, hey, they belong to someone. Someone has bought them. But they're still free to, roam free in their natural habitat. Then comes my life in Toastmasters. Yeah, this organization that allowed me to stand up and break the inhibitor that lies within my thorax and find my voice, whilst trying to teach me how to delegate. Now, that's one of the hardest lessons I've learned as a leader. Now, in my 3 years of being a Toastmaster, I've achieved many feats that have engraved the Marianne Williamson quote deep within my heart, that our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate, but our deepest fear lies in us being powerful beyond measure. Now, with these feats that I had achieved, I ended up adding one more item to my bucket list, and that item being that I would like to be the public speaking champion of X, Y, and Z year. But that will only happen after I align my chakras from head to toe. Yeah, hopefully I'll get there one day. Now, it is my bucket list item, and I do think I can achieve it one day when I'm also a daddy. Yes, I want to be someone's daddy one day. When I mean daddy, I mean father. Not that kind of daddy that, we've gotten to learn about through Twitter. But a father who loves his children. And now that is all possible because I recently took a step into a journey of the adventure called marriage, which is a lifelong commitment that I've made to my beloved wife, that I'll continuously love her through the thick and thin as the lockdown has shown us. However, despite all of that, I've recently discovered that I love her more during this lockdown because it allowed us to date each other even more and get into the deepest corners of each other's hearts. That has happened. Now, people have been asking me throughout, ever since I announced that I'll be doing my speech in French, hence the Moité and Half. So it was half French and half English. Now, people always ask me if I have stage fright, and my response is always no. But I have a rest of the day fright until the moment of delivering my speech. Au revoir, bonne nuit. Animatrice,